A record number of Americans are telling their bosses, I quit.
I'm done. I am not working here anymore.
I was treated horribly.
They don't care about employees.
4.3 million people quit in August.
We talked to small business owners.
Harder to find staff.
Lousy employer treatment for lousy pay.
You're going to leave.
7 million
unfilled jobs.
Finding, keeping, and motivating employees is harder than it ever has been before, in part because of a massive recalibration taking place right now around how work fits into our lives. But also, employers still don't know what leads ordinary people to become devoted employees.
Our speaker today is a respected authority on cultivating commitment in the workplace.
The best bosses recognize that their number one job is to create the conditions for people to thrive. That's the gig.
The author of the popular TEDx talk, Why Gossip Starts and Spreads at Work.
And what we know is that if we can move the needle a little bit on the frequency of these behaviors, if we can reduce how often they happen at work, people are happier, their performance is higher, and outcomes are better.
When you say to potential employees or to your current workforce, we have no interest in having you operate at the highest, most taxed level of effort. We don't want you to operate at 100% all the time. We want you to operate at 80% most of the time, so that on hard days when we need you at 100%, you're able to give it to us.
The era of trying to hire the best person for the job is over. We now have to create the best job for the person.
The author of 2 books, Cure for the Common Leader and No More Team Drama, he teaches leaders how to be better bosses and build stronger teams.
Joe's style as a presenter is one of the reasons that I'm super excited that he came up.
Let me tell you, this will change my team.
You felt present, like you wanted to lean in, you didn't want to pick up your phone and scroll through Facebook.
Joe was extremely funny, of course, and he really got to the source of a lot of things that we're seeing on our practice.
No, he's a wonderful speaker.
In between all the funny stories, he always has like these great points that you like want to write down, and then he says something hysterical and you go laughing off on that.
Oh my gosh, he was so funny. He's just very engaging and like you couldn't take your eyes off of him. He's an extremely dynamic speaker, gives just great information, and he's funny.
Like sometimes we do the passive aggressive thing where we're like, hey, just checking in. Everything good? What do you need from me?
He's my son-in-law.
He's your son-in-law.
He's a great husband and father. He's your boss. I'm also betting he is responsible for your care later in life as you age, right?
I hope Shelly's listening. People even look at each other in the room. Your friend, your compadre, your bestie at work. You're hearing the speech and you're like, what could possibly happen that would, close down all the movie theaters? If they're so darn busy, how do they have the time to keep track of what everybody else is doing? Let the spirit move you, sister. If you want to have any hope of finding and keeping devoted employees, you must connect people to their ideal job doing meaningful work for a great boss. Get this right, and you open the door for your teams to achieve extraordinary results.
Organizations all over the country right now are working to engineer these things yesterday to attract the people working on your teams today to be better positioned for success tomorrow.
We have to constantly refill the gas tank for our folks. And one of the ways we do that is by reminding them over and over again that their work makes a profound difference in the lives of others.
You have a tremendous opportunity to reinvent your team and to make their human experience tenfold better, because we can help them better integrate their work into their lives. And quite frankly, if we don't do that, they are going to go someplace else.
This is an adapt or die moment for leaders and employers of all sizes, and for how we think about jobs and motivation and work. To have any hope of succeeding in the future of work, we must reinvent the employee experience to meet the needs and values of a changed workforce.
Please welcome speaker, author, and recovering HR professional, Joe Mull.